All right, the first thing you need to do is to set up sheets and title blocks for our Russell Sage interior design department is go to our class Moodle. And what you're going to do is scroll down to basically the fifth heading from the bottom. So it's CAD title blocks. And if you kind of keep scrolling down, here it is here. You're going to click on this link, CAD title block templates. These are templates we've made that we use throughout our department, 3 or 4 years here, that are kind of more simplified versions than what CAD has, mostly to just get us more paper space, more space on the page, basically. All right, so the template for the tabloid 11 by 17, we're not using this semester. We used to use it when we had a smaller kitchen project. You will, however, be using this in some of Anthony's projects for in the spring semester. The 24 by 36 is what we're going to use for our final project. This is the standard size for most construction drawings. We're also going to use for today the 18 by 24. So it's a little bit smaller. Again, I use it a lot in my field for residential drawings because we don't always have as many, and sometimes we're just trying to make it honestly like a smaller paper. Fits on someone's, say, dining room table a little bit nicer when we're sitting and meeting with clients too. All right, so this one you're going to download. I've already downloaded it a ton, but you're going to double click download. You'll see it kind of open up again. So I'll kind of go along with you, and you'll probably see it like mine will be like number 5. Number 6, yes, I've downloaded this a few times. All right, so I'm going to actually open up just this number 2. So just double click, have it opened up. You should also, so pause now if you don't have your project open already, but you're going to make sure you have your small house project open. Here's the title block here. So we're going to work through editing it. Most of you probably have nicer fonts that are here. Mine kind of defaulted to this generic one because I think the font I originally did this on is not on my laptop. But for most of you, I think you have a nicer font here. So as I go through and we fill these in, I'm going to also change the font too. All right, so we're not going to change scale, drawn by date, number, or title. Those are kind of headings that stay there. But for the first one for the scale, you're going to double click on that number. And once you double click on any text like this, it kind of opens up and you can edit it. I'm going to overwrite those 2 X's and instead put 1/4 of an inch there. In my case, I'm going to highlight the whole thing. I'm going to go way up here under formatting, and there's a drop down menu for fonts. So if you want to play with them a little bit, you can. Again, best practice is to have a nice clean font. We don't want anything swirly. So you want a blocky, like sans serif kind of font. So mine, I just picked Arial. All right, so it's 1/4 of an inch for this set of drawings. For the kitchen project, it's going to be a 1/2 inch. So for initials, you're going to click on initials now. You're going to fill yours in. So actually, I'm going to put them in all caps. So everything should be in all caps from here on out. Oh, hang on. There we go. Okay. I'm going to, again, change my font to Arial. Click here. All right. So for the date, double click on the date. That's going to be 10/10 2024. All right. And again, I'm changing the font while I do this. All right. The number where that big X is going to be number 1. This is your first sheet in this series. So this is number 1. And all right, so we zoom out, kind of go up a little bit. So project title is the title for all the sheets. It's going to be the same. So we're going to highlight this and it's going to be your last name, small house. And again, changing my font. All right, there's that. Drawing title, this is going to be the title for this particular sheet. So this one is floor plan. If it's a multi-level house, you would have first floor plan, second floor plan, but this is just a 1-story house. All right, so zoom out, zoom down near towards the top. Your name, obviously you're going to fill in your name now in all caps. All right, and I'm going to bold it. There we go. All right, class name. For this class, this semester, it's ISD 220. You get that? Yep. There you go. And like I said, changing my font again. Okay, so now this one is good to go. And before we drag things on here, we're going to copy and paste this on the other sheets as we set them up. All right, so this one is our template. I'm going to save my template like this because then I can use it for the kitchen class too. So, because my fonts were off. So I'm going to save this for now and kind of change it later for the kitchen class. So this one here, so we're over here on sheets. And now one of the things we have to do is make sure our project has the correct sheet size as we make new sheets. For most of you, I don't think we did fix this as we started, because a lot of times with real world projects, you don't know how big your drawing's going to be, and you might change your mind as you get going on it. So we're here on the Sheets tab. We're going to go 3 buttons in, basically the middle button, click Project Browser. And then what should pop up is what we usually see when we open our projects. Your small house file should be bolded there. So you're going to click on it, then right click and pick Project Properties. Then you're going to scroll down to where it says templates. Now, currently yours might say Arch F. I think it's like 30 by 42. So instead you're going to click on basically the words. I'm just left clicking on the words. And then you're going to pick this Arch C, say OK, say OK. Now you might get a window that pops up going, do you want to change unlisted objects? And you say yes. And you can also click the little box that says, don't show me this again. All right, so we're going to close it. I've already done it a couple times, so my CAD program here understands that this is the size paper we're using. But now what it does when we set up our sheets, it's going to set it up to Arch C size paper. All right, so you're on the sheet tab. You're going to go to the second button in. We're going to say add a sheet. So this is going to be number 1, and then in all caps, floor plan sheet. Add the word sheet because CAD kind of gets its brain hiccuping if you use the same name for multiple files. It does not like that. All right, so we're going to click OK. So there's my first floor plan sheet. Then I'm going to click down here in Sheets, the second button, add a sheet. This time it's going to be number 2, and this is going to be furniture plan sheet. Say OK. And then again, back to the Sheets tab, second button in. Now we're doing 3, and this is floor finish plan. Okay. So we're going to get all these things kind of set up sequentially here. So now you're going to open up floor plan 1. All right, and as we look at this, this is the default template that CAD gives us for a title block. And see, it takes up about like a good 1/5 of the page. And honestly, we're gonna need that drawing space. We want to be able to put more elevations in here. We want for our floor plan more space for our dimensions. So this isn't really helping us. When we get to Revit, their title blocks are actually pretty nice. So we'll use the default ones instead of ones made by our department. But when we work in CAD, we tend to use those 3 templates I showed you because it gives us basically just more drawing space. And it is based on what I use professionally. Like it's kind of a slimmed down version of that. All right, so go back to your template here that we've already edited. You're going to click on it, get the whole thing, hit Control C. Then you're going to go onto the floor plan sheet. You're going to right click. So don't hit Control V. You're going to right click, pick clipboard, paste your original coordinates. Now there we go. All right, so this one's already set up to be floor plan 1. All right, that's good. We're going to leave that there for now. We're now going to double click on number 2, furniture plan. We're going to do the same thing, delete out what's currently there, right click, say clipboard, and then paste to original coordinates. Now this one, we're going to zoom in. So the number for this sheet is number 2. So we're going to edit that number. And everything is the same except for the drawing title. So we're going to double click on that title there where it says floor plan. And let me see, there it goes. And this is going to be furniture plan instead. So furniture plan. All right, that one's good to go. Now number 3, we're going to open up. And same thing, we're going to delete the title block that's there. So go ahead and delete that. And then you're going to right click, clipboard, paste original coordinates, zoom in, change the number to number 3. There it goes. Okay. And the title is going to be floor finish plan. So double click on that. I'm going to add just the word finish in between here. Click. All right. So now we have our 3 sheets. Now we need to put basically the views onto them. So go back to number 1, floor plan sheet. And then now you're going to go over to your views and you're going to left click onto where it says floor plan and then hold down the mouse on the left side, drag it over, and you should see your plan pop up here. Come on. Oh, there it is. Okay. So place it somewhere in the center. and then it's going to pop in. So it's going to default, everything is going to be black and white except for the cabinets. That's okay. One thing I didn't catch in class that we're going to do quick is we're going to open up the floor plan, and we forgot to poche them. So those of you who are doing this later, you can kind of catch it now. So down here on the view, so I'm in the view of the floor plan, you're going to click on medium detail and you're going to pick presentation and see how it just colored in your walls. So I'm going to close that. I'm going to say save it, yes. And then I'll show you how it looks on the sheet. So if you go back to the first sheet, it should have a little button down here saying reload. Yep, we want to reload. And gonna click the X there. And now, oh, it's not really pocheted. Oh, wait, you know what? It's still here saying medium detail. Oh, we have to do it here too. So you click on this drawing here. So you click on the box where it says medium detail. You say presentation plan. All right, that does it. Don't zoom in and out when you click on this box, because what'll happen is you'll change the scale. So don't double click into this. Just do it like I just did. Click on the box once, change medium detail to presentation. All right. All right, so we're good with that. That's nice and clean. So that's our first sheet. Our second sheet, we're going to click on to furniture plan. We're on the view tab. We're going to left click on the furniture plan now. Then we're going to left click and hold down and drag it over. And there it goes. Same thing. I'm going to click on the box now. And instead of medium detail down here, I'm going to pick presentation. And again, that nicely colors in my walls. So then just double click out of it. And that one's good to go too. And now 3, same thing, floor finish plan. So we're going to click over here on the floor finish plan in the views, left click, like hold it down with your left mouse, and then kind of position it basically in the middle. Here we go. And I'm also going to poche my walls too. So I'm going to click on the border, click on medium detail, hit presentation, then double click somewhere out here in space. And there it is. Now, if you want to move any of this stuff around, like if I wanted to move this up a bit, you can, move it up like this and that. We're going to then do the kitchen drawings for this semester all together in class. But right now you will have 1 floor plan sheet, 2 furniture plan sheet, 3 floor finish plan, and then you're set up and ready to go. And you can follow the video of how we're going to now print it to PDF.